was really excited by the script. I feel like as an actor, you read so many different stories and you go through so many different characters, different roles that you might want to potentially, play. And when I read this one, it kind of really struck me with just the excitement of a movie that I haven't seen in many years. It feels like the type of film that we were making in the '90s and in the '80s that just doesn't really get made anymore, which is a smart thriller which has real acting and real moments in it, but it's encompassed in a really thrilling, scary experience. I would say she just is kind of raw, and I think when anyone's raw, and when your emotions are um, really beaten down and you're really kind of an open book, you're kind of perfect prey. So I would say that she's just really open currently and wants a mother and wants that kind of maternal aspect in her life, which she hasn't had in a long time, and that opens the door for Isabel's character, Greta, to come in. Erica, I think, is a really good friend, and Erica's the voice of the audience in the movie when Francis is running off with Greta and making dinner and making all these plans and creating this relationship with her. She's kind of going like, "What the hell are you doing, dude? Like that is really strange of you." Yeah, which I think everyone in the audience is going to be thinking. You truly believe this woman is French. You truly believe that she comes from, a sense of refinement, that she's well raised, and that she is, she's smart. And I think, Greta is a very smart character, but you could almost have seen her as more of a helpless bag lady in the first script that I read. And when Isabel came into it, she really made it something so much more interesting and so much more terrifying. It's almost a romantic thriller in a weird way. I think it's in a way it's not a sexual thriller, but I think there's provocative moments in it, at least with the use of emotion, and I think the relationship between Greta and Francis is a very interesting relationship that is hard to put the finger on, and it's obsessive. It's a really wild movie, and I think it's gonna be a wild roller coaster ride, and I hope that people also really find the tangible, performances in it. I think each woman's performance is very important, and it's not, it's not cheesy, it's not heightened, it's very realistic and very naturalistic, and you really get taken on a ride, I think, which you don't expect to happen. You get sucker punched when you just went in for a
So, Chloe,
Yes, ma'am.
between Frances's relationships with Greta and Erica, and also the specter of her mother, there's so many women at the center of this story.
Yeah.
What was it like for you navigating those different kinds of female dynamics?
It was really important. I think being able to subvert the genre and be able to have the Anthony Hopkins character be Isabelle Huppert and the boyfriend character be Micah Monroe, my best friend. I think to be able to show the different layers of the female intricacies of relationships and friendships between one another. Also the theme of motherhood throughout the film and heartbreak and loss and loneliness. I think those were interesting things to be able to depict between three women, opposed to what the tropes would normally be of this genre and especially of this particular movie.
Speaking of the relationship between women, you and Greta, how did you interpret that dynamic? Because there was very blurred lines, romantic, platonic, maternal.
Well, that was really something that we wanted to take advantage of, that blurred line in the movie. We didn't really want to put a finger on where it was going or what was going to happen in their relationship. We know we wanted it to be palpable and almost like star-crossed lovers meeting for the first time, and how fast and kind of torrid that is. And then I really wanted to show the moment when she opens the cabinet and finds the bags. I wanted to be more so heartbreak than fear even. And even when faced, and looking into the face of evil, I wanted it to come from a place of sadness and heartbreak that someone that she cared so much for is turned into this monster in front of her eyes. And I think pulling that all the way through the movie and using that as the underlying tone really helped bring the gravity to the macabre fairy tale that you see depicted in the story.
On the other hand, you had already worked with Micah Monroe, who plays Erica, on Fifth Wave, right?
Yeah.
So did that help create more chemistry between you and Erica?
Very much so. I mean, yeah, Micah's a close friend of mine. We've known each other for years now, and I mean, we're completely joined at the hip during filming of this movie. So it was wonderful. Neil, being the wonderful director he is, he allowed us to really take the reins on our friendship in the story and you know, dictate how we were going to be talking to each other. You know, I think it's important, being that we are actually the ages and women compared to him being an adult man.
Finally, you seem to have a vested interest in all aspects of filmmaking. Are you looking to direct or produce in the near future?
Most definitely. I'm already producing currently. I have 4 projects in the timeline coming up that I'm producing on and help create. But directing, I want to be doing fairly soon. I already have a short film in mind.
Oh, wonderful!
But just trying to find time to.
Okay, now I don't know what's going on, but when you do that, something's about to go down. That's right, something's about to happen. But we wanted to try a little something here.
Yeah, like you could make that look and change the feeling of it. Can you do that? Can you make your look and
the same look?
Try it.
We went and changed.
You want us to try it?
Yeah, try it.
Okay. You do it, Michael.
We'll judge you.
I'm down.
Oh, okay, we'll both do it. Okay, ready?
Go ahead, guys.
Okay, let's try a few scenarios. You read the first scenario, and then I'll do the look, and then we switch it up.
Okay, you open the door and realize the killer is in the same room as you.
The slow push in.
Okay.
Okay.
But how do you know he's the killer?
You open the door to see that your friends have surprised you with a party.
You gotta go happier. Happier. That's creepy.
Well, that's the same look I did before. Okay. Well, you open the door and you find your significant other with someone else.
It's the same look. Yeah. You gotta have a little more with your eyes.
But it's the same look. We just changed the scenario, but it works for each one.
I don't know if it did. I think she can do it better.
You guys can do the sequel.
You know,
We can do the
That's very interesting. There was a very famous experience with an old Russian filmmaker who did this experience. You know, you had 3 completely different situations and 3 close-ups with the same expression, and the result of it was that no matter what the situation, you had the same expression. So it's very easy being an actress, actually. You know, you always keep the same expression all the way.
Repeat the same thing over and over.
Whatever you do.
I definitely know that's not the case. It is
That
not
is not
easy
the
doing
case.
what you
It
two
is.
do.
It is. I tell
The
you.
movie is coming out in a few days. Tell us about it. Tell us about Greta. Tell us a little bit about the movie.
Oh, Greta is this story between these 2 women. You know, one is very naive and very innocent, and the other one looks also very naive and very innocent. In fact, even more innocent and naive than the young one. But she reveals to be completely different from what she looks. I mean, she's really evil. Yeah, a monster.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's one.
Oh,
This
boy.
is right up my alley.
Yeah, it's right up your alley. I have a
She
feeling
said
I'm going to be
ruckus
in a nut.
earlier, now evil.
I'll go with you.
Can we?
Yeah, I'll go in there scream with you
Close
again
your
about
eyes,
how I usually do.
hide.
Yeah.
And you both are so talented in everything that you do, but is there a hidden talent or a talent, something you wish you could do that you can't?
I mean, mine's honestly kind of simple. I've been trying to juggle since I was really young, and I still cannot accomplish it, no matter how much I try.
Girl, got you.
It's my one thing. Oh my gosh, here we go.
We might have brought these over.
What?
Just to show you.
I'm so jealous. Can you juggle?
Come on.
You can juggle, can't you? I know you can.
I learned in an
Okay, if
acting.
you
Oh my
can
God, I
juggle,
know
I'm
it.
going. Have
Almost.
you?
Can you do it?
But how do you?
enough.
So
Can you juggle?
how do you?
You're throwing it
Do
like
you
a figure
catch it
eight.
and throw it?
Figure
Oh,
eight.
but I got.
Well, this is where we're going
Whoa,
with this.
whoa, whoa.
No, I
That's
can't.
why
We're gonna break a
defense.
nose
The balls
now.
are your strong suit.
No, this is not happening. That was a good one.
That right there is what you call juggling, people. I'm gonna juggle us out of here because be sure to check out Greta. It's in theaters on March 1st.